Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is the Fantasy Baseball Podcast. It is me, Joey P. Joe Pisapia. With me, of course, is the Welsh. And today we're going to look ahead to the weekend of Fantasy Baseball. Some guys to pick up to play at hitter positions, some streaming pitchers, and some guys we're on the fence about starting. And the first one that I might be on the fence about, but I want to throw in there, on Sunday, it looks like Grayson Rodriguez is ready to make his triumphant return, for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim against the Dodgers. Tough start potentially there, but he is going against Roki Sasaki, who has been rocky and up and down. The last couple starts a little bit better for Roki, but still, Grayson Rodriguez, after striking out 11 in his last rehab start, I'm kind of curious to see what he might have. So if you're looking for an option this weekend and you're kind of on the fence, I would see what Grayson Rodriguez is all about. We know that Angels lineup's got a little bit more pop in it recently as well, especially that Mike Trout turnaround. So I'm going to go ahead and start Grayson Rodriguez this weekend, activate him off my bench, throw him to the Wolves, a.k.a. the Dodgers, and see where things go. Welsh, how about you? Where are you going for a start for the weekend that maybe people might be on the fence about?
Yeah, and these guys usually just, for people to know, it's usually a little bit higher ownership percentage. They maybe teeter between, do I want to start these guys? Maybe they're owned. Maybe in smaller leagues are available. So, none of this guy's not available in my league. Grayson
Grayson is 50% rostered, so 50-50 on CBS.
Well, and over here on Fantasy Pros, this guy's going to have a higher ownership percentage because his Fantasy Pros consensus roster percentage is 59%. That's going to be a lot more. But, kind of pairing through the guy that I really locked in on, and also the reason I'm using him is because I feel like there's still just kind of a connotation to starting him, like how Davis Martin is, and it's Nick Martinez with the Rays. And Nick Martinez has been used in some follow-up to the opener situations. But really, the big thing is he's just been absolutely phenomenal, probably because of that. When they do that and he gets to not face the top end of an order and he kind of moves through, he's got a 1.7 ERA on the year, 1.05 whip. He really hasn't been a strikeout guy, and it does kind of worry me with some of these guys. The Foster Griffins, he kind of got blown up. You worry about the Jensen Junks. You worry about the Nick Martinez's. These guys that are under 20% K percentage, they just don't have a lot of wiggle room. So if they get beat down a little bit, things are going to get bad. That has not happened with Nick Martinez this year, though. He has not given up more than 2 earned runs in a single, quote, start. He has never given up more than 2 earned runs this year, and he's going up against the Marlins this weekend, which I think is a solid matchup. Again, strikeouts aren't big crazy. He's not walking a bunch, but he's going deep into games. He's getting low peripherals. The Marlins, a lot of their hitters are kind of based around barreling type of guys. Well, Nick Martinez is not giving up a ton of barrels this year. He's keeping exit velocities really low, so poor quality of contact against him. So I think this is a good spot if you're a little bit fringy on him, shorter leagues. That's going to be my pick for the start of the weekend.
All right, for me, as we continue to look ahead here, Major League Baseball for the weekend, I'm looking for a guy that maybe I can plunk off the waiver wire and throw into my lineup. He's rostered in just 40% of CBS leagues right now, and even lower on Yahoo and ESPN. It's Luis Garcia of the Washington Nationals. He qualifies at first base. He qualifies at second base in most leagues as well. Obviously playing there last year and then making that transition to first this year. And for Garcia, it has been kind of an interesting season for him in that transition. He's at a 276 batting average. He only got 3 home runs, but he has driven in 22 runs and scored 18. He has 2 stolen bases as well. But it's recently the hot streak that I'm concerned with. Again, I'm looking for somebody who's swinging a good bat. Baseball's a game of streaks. I want to play the upswing of one of those streaks. Over his last 6 games, he's hitting .400 with 2 of those 3 home runs. He's also got 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, so he's seeing the ball really well. He's got 8 hits over that span, and he scored 4 runs. So Luis Garcia, a guy who is going to play this weekend for the Washington Nationals against the Baltimore Orioles, and he is at home for those games as well. So swinging a hot bat, pick him up, plug him into that lineup, see how things go. Welsh, how about for you? Where are you going for your streaming hitter this week?
It's a guy that you brought up in the last week or so, I believe. I don't remember which show it was, but I'm going to go
this week for the waiver wire ads.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, well,
Duran.
If you did not, sometimes we do these and people don't pick them up. If you had
not picked them up, how dare they not watch everything?
Well, after I
every single minute of this show.
They could watch it, but you don't want to pick them maybe every one up. I said Braxton Garrett and things went bad, but guess what? Off of the pitcher video, his worst start's behind him probably, so it's still a
there
good
you go.
Now there you go, positives. I'm gonna go with Ezequiel Duran, only 21% roster percentage on Fantasy Pros. That's between Yahoo and ESPN. He's got the Astros this weekend, and more specifically, he's got Amai. And Amai has been an absolute disaster. Mm-hmm. Duran has not been a disaster. Duran's hitting 300 in May. He only has 2 games in May where he doesn't have a hit. He's currently, as we are recording this, on a 4-game hit streak We've seen some of the power output. He's got 3 homers, 4 stolen bases on the season. Everything's been good. He has really kind of stepped into his own. Plus, he's like super position eligible, as you mentioned in that video. But I really like the matchup. He does have, it's projected, Amai and Pete Lambert. Lambert has been pretty good this season. Amai has obviously been not. I think it's just a really good spot if you're looking for a weekend streamer that's, again, position flexibility. I imagine he should be in the entire lineup. I would tell you a guy I thought about bringing up here. Everybody knows at this point, but JJ Bleday's roster percentage is still kind of low, but there is a lefty going up this weekend, so maybe he only has one of those. That was going to be the guy, but Duranson is just, I think it's a really good spot, really good matchup. He's absolutely on fire right now, and he's a fantastic guy to pick up who is under 25%, only 21% across both of the platforms.
All right, last here, we're going to talk about some streaming pitchers, and look, I know we've taken a lot of shots at Brayan Bello in the past, but we have to at some point recognize that Brayan Bello has actually been pretty decent over his last couple starts. So I want to just talk about that. Over his last 2 appearances, 12 innings, just 9 hits, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. His whip is at .99. The ERA is at 2.51. He's got to start this weekend. Now, it is against the Atlanta Braves. It is on the road, but again, he's been pitching really well. So if you're desperate for a starting pitcher, let's say you lost Fried, you lost some guys, you're looking around, you need somebody to plug off the waiver wire, he's rostered in just 24% of CBS leagues. Again, in Yahoo and ESPN, you're looking at under 20% there for him. So he's out there, he's available. It is a tough matchup, but again, right now we're looking for guys that we can just kind of plug and play for one start and then look for a more long-term option. Welsh, who fits that bill for you this weekend?
At 23% roster percentage, so he's going to be out there. Obviously, he's not going to be out there available in some leagues. We understand that. It's Logan Henderson is the guy I'm picking. So I try to find some lower roster percentage of a player that I'm comfortable rolling out. He's been solid. Minnesota's a weird team because I feel like if you just say the Minnesota Twins, you're just like, oh, they kind of stink in their offense. But, I mean, they're like top 10 in runs scored this year. I think one positive could be is if we are without Byron Buxton for this weekend, so kind of keep an eye on that. But Logan Henderson, despite giving up some barreled contact, he's not giving up hard contact. He's got a 32% K percentage so far, 4% walk rate, which is really nice. Over his last 2 starts, you've seen only 1 walk against the Nationals and the Yankees, and that's kind of the key one. He went 5 innings, striking out 5, giving up only 1 walk and 2 earned runs against the Yankees. So, 2 very different matchups, but kind of exact similar results. So he's a guy that can get you quality starts. I think this is a solid matchup here. Roster percentage is low. I'm going to roll me out some Logan Henderson this weekend.
There you have it, everybody. And make sure, obviously, you subscribe to the channel so you never miss any piece of content here. Okay, ring the bell till it goes ding. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. And, of course, you'll be in trouble if you don't use the tools like Lineup Assistant. Sync your leagues for free, fantasypros.com/MLBMyPlaybook, or just download the Fantasy Pros app, sync your leagues for free, and you could use all of the projections, all of the league-specific scoring settings, everything there to help you find the right players you could stream this week and the right players to get in and out of your lineup with the Lineup Assistant. One of the many amazing tools, trade analyzers up there, waiver assistant, everything is there for you to be successful in fantasy, including leading off, which is how you really are successful. Our daily show here on Fantasy Pros MLB. Subscribe to the channel here, and also don't forget to subscribe to our Twitch, twitch.tv/fantasypros, to watch us live, 12:30 Eastern, every Monday through Friday. That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.